So it's been 3 days. I know it's tough without any pads, but any impressions just from 3 days so far?
Yeah, excited. We're competing, trying to make each other better. They've been going at it in a great manner, making each other better. We're learning each day how to practice, with pads first, and then with just tops on, which is key, so we get good versus good. And they're doing it about the right way. And that's how we'll get better. We're never going to get better until we learn how to practice against each other. And they've done a good job the last 3 days.
Have you ever been to San Bernardino before you came out here for this?
No, I've never been to San Bernardino.
What are your thoughts so far?
I'm not sure what even is, but we're out here somewhere.
Back in the spring, you said one of the new things about spring was that there wasn't a spring game. It was just kind of a scrimmage kind of thing, an exhibition. Are there any nuances about the San Bernardino fall training camp that's different than the other training camps you were at Penn State?
Everywhere you go, it's different. Whether it was Coach McDermott, Coach Holgerson, or with Coach Moore here, there's different thoughts and different ideas how to get it done. And here for us, as you can see, we get it going pretty fast. We get a lot of plays against each other, and so we don't ease into anything. It's full gear right from the get-go, full go.
What are some of the factors maybe to playing or going to more of a 4-3 over a 3-4?
Well, we do everything. We do multiple fronts on everything. Okay, depending on who we play, I feel we've got to be ready to have a lot of different tools in our package. We just have to have it. We just can't be a one-trick pony. So we do a lot of different things. That's one of why we're out here to see what we can handle, what we can't handle. We're giving a lot of things, putting it in. Eventually, we'll scale back. So there's a lot of head spinning, and we know that. We know some of the younger guys they're just trying to figure out where they go first of all, and then from there. And I say it all the time. It's like when you first start driving a car, the young guys, a lot of new things. You're staring. Now as you get good, you can see a lot more factors as it gets going because you do more of it.
How much time do you spend in the offseason doing opponent film study to kind of design what type of formations you want to use, what type of scheme you want to use?
What we try to do is put a package that's versatile enough no matter who we're playing. For example, our first game, we're not sure exactly what they're going to do, so we have to be ready if we have to change gears very quickly. So you have to be multiple enough to play whatever they give you, and that can happen because you're going to see so many variables throughout the course of the season, throughout the course of the game. Once they see what you're doing, it's like a little chess match going back and forth. So you have to be able to, the whole process, it's very difficult, is to figure out how far you can go where they can still play fast. And that's as coaches, we always want, let's do just one more, And I think when you get really good, you try to go one less, if that makes sense. So we now, I'd rather get them a little bit, right now, not now, but eventually you want to get them when I say bored. So they've been doing the same thing over so they can play fast. If you can't play fast on defense, you can't play defense. It's just that simple.
You said in spring that for a while that you were just observing just to get a feel for the team and the players. Would you say it's kind of different now? You have a feel, and
yeah, because I can tell now if there's something they're confused about. Before I didn't know the expressions, their mannerisms to let me know. When I talk with them, whether they're confused, and they may not want to let me know that. But now, being around them a long time, or just sitting down with them one-on-one and getting to know them, and them getting to know me, I think they can give me feedback and let me know how they're doing. One of the things when you're on the sideline, a young man comes over, hey, do you got it? Do you understand it? And you can look in his eyes, and go, oh yeah, whoa. Because you kind of know them. And they get to know you, your style too. So it's a two-way street always.
With you being new to the Pac-12, how much opponent film did you watch this offseason?
We went through it all. We look at everybody, what they're doing, go through it. Obviously, I think everybody's going to, as we get through the season, get a better breakdown of people, what they're doing this year. Went through and looked at last year's films and went through that.
What young guys have kind of flashed to you?
I know you're going to ask me that, and I never get into that. I never get into signaling out anybody. It's just something I don't like to do, so I don't get into that.
When you've had a younger guy that has to replace, a Buckus Award winner or an All-American, what are some of the things that you kind of say to him or tell him to do to help him along?
I just try to get him to be the best player he can be. It's great he had the opportunity to play behind such a talented player. I'm sure he learned a lot from watching him. So my job is just to make him the best player he can be. Maybe he can be the Buckus winner someday.
What do you think Kenny's role is going to be now that you've seen him back at full speed in practice? I know you don't want to reveal too much about your scheme, but where do you see him fitting?
It's Kenny.
Kenny or Yorkie?
There's a lot of Kennys.
Yeah, I know.
Now I figured those names out now, so there's a lot of Kennys. I think what Kenny's going to do is just get himself getting back into the groove So I'm anxious to see him get the pads, and every day you can watch him improve. You know, one thing he does is he handles coaching well. He wants to be good. So those are two great things to start with.
How do you think Kenny Young's come along in the past coverage?
Yeah, I think he has. I think he's gotten better because we've kept him in the same position. He hasn't been moving around. He becomes more comfortable. And you know, Kenny's got to get us set up what we want to do too. And now he's starting to figure out. Like I said, they're getting used to me. I'm getting used to them.
Now that you've been here a few months, what's it like recruiting to UCLA compared to the other places you've been?
You know, it's a great school. I'm recruiting people to a great institution, not only athletically, but certainly academically, one of the best institutions in the country. So it's just different. I've been blessed because Jim sent me back east. I know my way around there. I don't get lost there. And so that's been good. You know, it's been exciting to bring and expose some players that maybe never thought about coming out here, coming out to UCLA to see what we have to offer, because we have a ton of things to offer. Our location, you know, where we are, with all the things that are around us, we have an opportunity to give a young man an outstanding, you know, quality education, and also to give a chance to, you know, get some good, maybe work experience, practicums that are right down the road that he wouldn't be able to experience in some other places. Does that sound like a recruiting pitch?
Yeah, I
Is that
like
where you
the
were
way
going
you
with that?
turned right into that. But you're still getting lost in LA a little?
No, I'm better.
No,
now.
okay, good.
No, I'm better now,
Okay.
and I'm getting better.
GPS,
I'm
eh?
learning how to blow my horn and everything too.
We don't let you on the road. You should hit the horn.
I'm learning that too.
Thanks,
Guys, everybody good? Thanks for coming out.
Thanks.